Welcome to Maniacal Music Musings. We haven't done one of these in a while, so I thought it was damn near time we started doing them again for this month. And we're back with another one-on-one bracket, and I am glad to do these because they are so much fun getting to see people stress over what they pick for each of these matchups. And well, let me introduce who's here first before I say which bracket he's doing. Our My guest tonight is Paul Bright, host of the Why Behind Your Z's podcast. He's a certified sleep coach and he's an Air Force veteran, which thank you for your service, good sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I wanted to say that first and foremost. But and why don't you tell people about your podcast for a minute before I tell them what bracket we're doing? Let's build the suspense.
All right. Yeah. So it's kind of the opposite of what's going to happen tonight. It's the why behind your Z's. I am a certified sleep coach, a sleep science coach. And my podcast really is answering people's questions that they have about sleep and giving you some real information, some real practical ways to help your sleep. There's so many tips. There's a lot of information out there that doesn't apply to everyone, but I help educate people that they want to get their sleep better. They don't want to fall for myths or magic potions or anything like that. You want the truth? I've got the truth about all that because I've been through it. I had a lot of sleep problems while I was in the military, and it took a good 5 or 6 years before they really started to get better once I got out. And I did a lot of work and got most of my sleep issues done and over with, and then got certified as a sleep science coach. So I'm passing all my knowledge on to you guys.
Sounds interesting. I personally have never had any trouble sleeping, but I mean that's just me. I know
good,
I
good for
know
you.
plenty I know plenty of people I know plenty of people who have, and
Oh yeah,
for
yeah,
any of those, please check out his podcast.
yeah. You'd be
Maybe
amazed.
you'll hear maybe you'll hear an answer. I mean,
Yeah.
I my friend, one of my fellow podcasters' wives is she travels all over the world in the United States, like
Hmm.
talking about all these the different like breathing diseases that people have where
Yeah.
they can't and like I didn't know there was that much to it. Even it's like okay,
Yeah.
like this is a whole new world I didn't know existed. So
Oh yeah.
it, it's amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. But well, and you can find out where to find all of Paul's information at the end of this episode, of course. But to
For
get
sure.
us started, Paul is going to actually tackle two brackets on this show, but tonight we are focusing on the first one, the one he wanted to do first, because who
Yes.
wouldn't? And that is the man, the myth, the legend, the sex god himself, Prince, or the artist formerly known as Prince, or that weird little sign, whatever you want to call him. That's
Yeah.
the bracket that Paul's going to take tonight, and
Yes.
I'll tell you, I'll tell you personally, Paul. I never got into Prince until we did this bracket originally on this show, and
Oh.
when we did the original group bracket, I had to listen to the playlist of all these songs I sent you, and I became a hardcore Prince fan
Oh
after
my
listening
gosh.
to that playlist.
Yeah, and there's
So,
so much more, but that's with any fandom that you have with a classic artist or anything like that. There's always so much more to the story, but you had a pretty good list going on there. That told a lot. That told a whole lot. So,
well,
yeah.
I do have to say this time that I did not technically make this list completely. This is a ranked list from a website, but
Uh-huh.
which website off the top of my head I do not freaking know. But
Mhm.
it looked like a pretty good. I actually
Oh
didn't
yeah.
know, so I said it to my co-host because he's more of a Prince fan, and I'm like, "How's this look?" He's like, "That's most of his popular. That's most of the songs people know." I'm like, "Okay, good."
Yeah.
And I mean, I we actually did a Prince bracket on our friend CJ playing the Music Gods Noise Report podcast, and
Mhm.
um, at that point we kind of I learned about a few more Prince songs I never heard of, and I have a few more favorites now. But
Oh yeah.
one of these days when I'm driving with nothing else to listen to, I'll have to put on some Prince radio on Spotify and just explore.
Yeah. Wait till you discover the song that he wrote and gave to Kenny Rogers, and Kenny Rogers recorded it.
Huh.
Yeah, with El DeBar
Like,
singing background.
ooh. There
All
was
kinds
another
of crazy stories like that.
there was actually on one of our episodes, one of the albums I brought, there was a Sinead O'Connor cover, and it actually turned out that Prince wrote that song originally.
Yeah, nothing compares to you. And
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. It
yeah,
is that one.
yeah,
I wasn't sure. I wasn't 100% in my head in that
yeah,
one. I didn't want to say it if I
yeah.
wasn't
He wrote that
sure.
one.
But
Rest in peace, Sinead. So, but
yeah, I
yeah,
totally forgot
yeah,
that just happened.
yeah, yeah.
I've had a lot going on in my personal life the last few days, but yeah, R.I.P. Sinead O'Connor. I
Hmm.
mean, I never was your biggest fan, but the songs I did know were amazing. So,
Yeah, good stuff.
but
Yeah.
but let's start off this
All
fun,
right.
fun bracket
What are we
because
doing here?
the first matchup you have to choose between is number 14, Raspberry Beret, versus number 29, another lover, hole in your
Like,
head.
oh, Raspberry Beret versus Another Lover Like a Hole in Your Head. Two very, very good songs. Raspberry Beret is the one that most people know Prince, and they hear it, it's like Raspberry. Yeah, that's pretty catchy. Had a neat little video. I think the better written song to me was Another Lover Like a Hole in Your Head. And that one isn't one that too many people remember unless you listen to that whole Parade album. I really like the way that one is constructed better. But as far as like the overall, can you get people into Prince with Raspberry Beret? Yeah, I would pick Raspberry Beret with a slight edge. Slight edge. That was already
Yeah, I
kind of tough.
mean, oh,
Yeah.
trust me when I say it only gets tougher. But and yeah, Raspberry Beret is one of those songs that I didn't actually like the first couple times I heard it. It took me
Mhm.
like 10 times of hearing it to actually like be like, all right, I'm kind of starting to get the like dance into this thing going on,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
it's not like it was one of my favorite songs. Those are
Yeah.
coming up though.
Yeah.
But this next matchup is number 13, Diamonds and Pearls,
Mhm.
versus number 28, My Name is Prince.
Ooh, okay. Another matchup of songs where people are more familiar with one than the other one. My Name is Prince is a great song. Diamonds and Pearls is a great song too. It's very well written. It's got some catchy vibes to it, but I love the energy in My Name is Prince. I love how he did that one because it wasn't just singing, he was having a little bit of rap. He was coming out of his contracts. He was trying to get out of them, and this is was like the song that was like, "This is who I really am," and he just pushed it out there. That's a great song. I love that one. So I would pick My Name is Prince.
Yeah, I mean, it is a damn good song.
Yeah.
I mean, but and just so you realize it, in round two, My Name is Prince will be facing Raspberry Beret. But
Oh.
yeah, I'm telling you, this is not easy. No, Matt, unless there's actually a Prince song that you actually don't like at all, this bracket is not going to be easy. So
There's
that's
only
the fun part of
one.
it.
There's only one that I really don't like that was kind of popular, and I can't remember if it's in this mix, but we'll find out.
If it was
I
popular, I'm
will.
pretty sure it was. It is, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Because the next one is number 12, The Most Beautiful Girl in the World,
Yeah.
versus number 27, Get Off.
Ooh, those are like polar opposites. That's tough. Oh my gosh. Because The Most Beautiful Girl in the World, it was like his first like real single when he was breaking away from the Warner Brothers contracts. He recorded all his own. There's about 20 remixes of it. It's just a pretty song. And it's just a great dedication to all the women out there and shining in their own beauty. And then you have Get Off, which is the complete opposite. It's the very sexualized one, the one where people remember Prince for having the no butt pants on MTV, and it got banned. But gosh knows, much worse showed up on MTV much later. Um, hmm,
Oh, God, yeah.
that's a tough one. I want to say that I would pick The Most Beautiful Girl in the World only because I feel like so many people would associate Prince with making the more controversial stuff, but not so much about making this just beautiful song from top to bottom. So I'd pick The Most Beautiful Girl in the World.
Oof. And as you can tell by my name tag on this, that's not the one I want. J- I,
Yeah.
j- just that scream in the beginning of Get Off, and
Yeah,
then
man, it's so good.
and
It's
and
so
then
good. It's
just
a really good song. Yeah.
the funky upbeat tempo of that whole
Yeah.
song.
It was tough, but
I would
just
I think
those
it's
two, it
tougher.
was like, oh, such polar
Well,
opposites, yet both beautiful. This just shows his dynamics and his amazingness to be able to craft a song and
oh
make it exactly how you'd want to hear it. So, yeah,
oh God, you could listen to 3 hours of his music and you're not
yeah,
going to hear the same
yeah,
song twice, like
yeah,
in
yeah.
any way. So it's incredible. Which not something you can say for most music acts, but
Right, yeah.
well, okay, maybe the one you're doing next week as well, maybe, but we'll see about that next week. But
Yeah.
this next matchup is kind of the two of the same idea of songs, almost in a way. but
Okay.
it's number 11, Black Sweat,
Oh,
versus number 26, Soft and Wet.
oh, okay, gotcha. All right. So Black Sweat.
Ooh,
That's my one. Yeah, that was a little easy for me to get to. Soft and Wet's not a bad song. Kind of the same,
it,
but Black Sweat has so many cool dynamics happening in it. And I love it because it's on the 3121 album. And that was a song that I would play for people when they're like, "So what happened to Prince? Is he still do the funk stuff?" And like, "Yeah, well, he's more doing the jazz and the Latin vibe, but he still has something funky. Check this one out." And I play them Black Sweat. They're like, "Oh my gosh," it's that's a really good song. I love
it
that one.
really
Yeah,
is.
it was my
It really
ringtone for a
is.
long, long time. I had it going. Just people were like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "It's Black Sweat." Yeah.
Well, that means in the next round you're gonna have most beautiful girl in the world facing Black Sweat. But
Oh, oh.
uh, and this next matchup, I already know which way I would go in a freaking heartbeat. But
Mm.
for you, it might be different. It's number 10, I Want to Be Your Lover, versus number 25, Let's Pretend We're Married.
Ooh, another good one. Tina Turner covered "Let's Pretend We're Married." Did a good job with that one too. I dig her version of that. That's a good song. That's a really good song. I really like "I Want to Be Your Lover" though. I really like that one a lot. That's just happened to be like one of my favorite ones anyway. Just because it's got that nice synth going. This was when people weren't doing music like that. They weren't involving the synths in the funk. That Minneapolis funk sound is just really punchy in that one. Um, and him singing that falsetto and the lyrics, like when you listen to the lyrics, are it's almost like a high school vibe. It's like, oh, you got with those other guys, but it's got to be me. And then he just kills it in that one. So I would pick
Oh
that
yeah,
one for sure.
I actually agree
Yeah.
with you on that 100%. But to see what's gonna face around to, this next matchup is kind of a battle of the numbers.
Oh.
It's number 9,
Mhm.
1999,
Mm.
versus number 24, 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hmm. This is tough. This is tough. Very both very, very good songs.
I mean,
Uh,
I know the way that most people would go who don't really know Prince, because it's one of these
yeah.
songs is one of his most popular songs ever. But
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll see which way you go.
Yeah. I could go either. Oh, see, I'm a sleep coach and I'm gonna have trouble sleeping after tonight. Just going through all this. This is like hitting me. I've seen Prince live 3 times. So,
Oh, you lucky
yeah.
man!
Yeah.
I didn't
I
get
saw
he already
yeah.
passed by the time I got into him. But
Yeah. Yeah, I saw him live 3 times. I've seen Sheila E. I've seen The Time. I've seen just about everybody in the family I wanted to see, except for the Revolution Band now. So my thing with Prince goes a long ways. So this is a tough one. Um,
Morris Day in the fucking time. So
yeah.
like,
Oh my
ah,
goodness. That
I
was
would love to
that
see
was
them live.
crazy. That was
Oh
a
my
crazy
god.
good show because it was small. It was most of the original band, and my seats were like maybe 4 rows from the front, and it was sort of a smaller setting, so it was really good to just see everything happening right in front of me. The whole mirror, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't even anyway. I would My edge for 1999 is because he was not afraid to feature other people in the band singing in that one, taking leads in the front and exploring the whole band so that everyone could hear them, and not just that they weren't just the players, they were like a true band. And for him to allow that to happen and make it work is what gives me the edge with 1999. I love both songs, but I really love the beat of Seven, and the message in that one. But 1999, I would say, gets the edge on this.
Which means I will move on. But it's funny. It's funny because when 1999 was when we did the original bracket, I said like until this bracket, I always thought 1999 was like a Madonna song or like one of those,
Yeah,
like because his voice is
yeah,
so feminine sounding in that song that
yeah,
I just pictured like Madonna or one of those
yeah,
80s like pop
yeah,
stars.
yeah,
But I mean, I don't know, but it's the
yeah,
way I heard it. But now I can't. Now I know it's Princeton. I'll never unhear it. But
yeah, yeah. He's got 3 people singing in that one, so it's great. So
but I mean, the next matchup, I know which way I would go in a freaking second. But it's number 8, I Would Die for You,
Mm.
versus number 23, Dirty Mind.
Ooh, another. Yeah, it's a good matchup there. Um, hmm, Dirty Mind. I like them both. There's not too many Prince songs. Like I said, there's only one that I'm like, it's popular. I can't stand listening to it. But
I almost wonder if it's the one song we're going to agree on about that. I almost wonder, but
we'll find
I
out.
think we're
We'll find
I think we're
out.
gonna get to it on the other side.
We'll
We're gonna
find
get to
out.
it on the other side. I'm pretty sure, but
We'll find out. I Would Die for You is my pick in this one. Yeah, that's my pick in this one. It's yeah. I don't even know really how to explain why, other than it's got a good repeat that happens that doesn't happen too much in his songs, but it really, really works in this one, especially when you hear the live
oh,
version and how it slides into Baby I'm a Star. When you can catch the two together, it's unstoppable. But even on its own, it's a really good song. I really like
and
that
plus,
one more.
if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that one's in Purple Rain too, the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
think the scene it's in that movie is freaking amazing.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah.
oof, that movie, I love that movie.
It's a great
But
movie.
I waited way too long to watch it. When I finally did, I fell in love. But
Yeah.
we are going to do our first play-in matchup of the night.
Oh,
And if you don't know what that is, a play-in matchup, whoever wins this will go into round one in the final matchup of this half.
okay.
And the play-in matchup is number 31, Mountains,
Hmm.
versus, and this one was a participant's choice to put into the bracket. It was from Amanda from the Syphilis podcast who decided to put this one in, and I'm
Hmm.
so happy she introduced me to this song because it's one of my top 3 favorite Prince songs, and it's Darling Nikki.
Oh, yeah. That's funny because Mountains is one of my top Prince songs.
Mm,
I really love that song. It's just such a beautifully made song. Um, Darling Nikki, though, to me is one of those catalyst songs that just it really changed the landscape of how people viewed music when that came out. Not so much just because of the song and the movie, but because of what ended up happening with the stickers and all that and the censorship attempts to
oh
it. And
yeah,
it just made it even better. And people will go back to that song and cite it as like, yeah, it was Darling Nikki that really made the changes for that. And the fact that Dave Grohl covered it is really funny too. It's actually a pretty good cover.
yeah.
Mountains is one of those songs that I really, really love. And I hold that one close to my heart. But if I had to put the two, and you can see my framework really is like, what would get people to really want to listen to more Prince at many, many levels, and what was it that changes things? I would give Darling Nikki the edge on this one. Yeah.
Well, that means Darling
Yeah.
Nikki does move into round one, but now you have to choose between Darling Nikki and the song that's already was waiting to face it, and that's number 15. I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man.
Oh man, yeah, that's a good jam. That's a good one too. Um, Both again good songs. I Can Never Take the Place of Your Man. I want to say I almost memorized every lyric the second time I heard it on the radio. It was just so catchy. It's a good story in there too. Again, an opposite of Darling Nikki. Yeah, I would pick I Can Never Take the Place of Your Man just because of that opening guitar riff. And if you ever hear the long live version, if you ever watch the Sign of the Times concert movie where he plays it in there, you should catch that one. It's really good. So
Ooh, I did
yeah.
not know that existed. I may have to check it
Oh
out.
yeah. Oh, it's really good. There's
Well,
a lot of good stuff happening in that one.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I'm sure it's
Yeah.
freaking Prince. Nothing
Yeah.
amazes me with Prince. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
everything he does is gonna be incredible.
Yeah.
But
Commanding the band in that just oof.
yeah, I mean, I mean, I love Darling Nikki, and I mean, you want to talk opening guitar riffs? Darling Nikki
Mm.
has one of the best ones ever, but
Yeah.
it's one of those songs they never will play in the radio because they can't.
Yeah.
Like
Pretty much.
the opening the opening line
Yeah. Yeah.
is too fucking dirty. So,
Yeah.
but and I mean, maybe that's what
Yeah.
made me fall in love with it. But sorry,
Yeah.
Amanda, Darling Nikki goes out in the first round. She'll live. All right. Well, we are now to the other side of round one, and this is the top 7 Prince songs according to this rank list. So this one's going to be
Hmm.
hard because even
Okay.
the ones they're going against, even though they're in the late teens and 20 rankings, are still good songs because it's
Okay.
freaking Prince. So, the first one though, number 7, Little Red Corvette versus number 22, Cream.
Ooh. Ah, man, that's painful. That's really painful. That's
Oh,
very painful. Oh man. So my story with Cream is I saw Prince in the 2005, I believe, musicology tour. And that's the one where he was giving away the CDs. If you bought a ticket, you got the whole CD of the album. And it was a great tour. And it was a great show. But the best part of the show was when he had his band take a break and he sits on this bar stool that revolves around. He has his acoustic guitar and he's just playing song after song, just these medleys. And he's playing Cream, and he stops. He goes, "I wrote the song in the mirror," and then goes and starts playing it again. It's just you could see all his musicianship, and just oh man, it was so good. Um, man, and then there's Little Red Corvette, where he hits everything in that song. Every piece of what he can do in that song. His falsettos, his high notes, telling a great story in there, beautiful guitar solos, little screams, and good chorus right in the middle. So yeah, I would say Little Red Corvette gets the edge in this one.
see, that's another song that needed to grow on me.
Oh yeah.
It took me a while to really like that song. I tend to like his ones that are not mainstream, but
Uh-huh.
that's just. But oh,
Yeah.
okay, well, that that doesn't apply to this next matchup though. I will say that right now. But to see what Little Red Corvette's going to face in round 2, it's number 6,
Mm,
When Doves Cry,
mm.
versus number 21, Uptown.
Uptown. Yeah, good song. Uptown is a good song. Yeah, that was a nice funky earlier Prince stuff. When Doves Cry has no bass line and it is still very, very funky. And oh, that just is an iconic song all the way around. It's so popular and it's still so very, very, very good. There's almost nothing formulaic about it, and it still kills like today. It still kills today. I would give the edge to When Doves Cry on that one. Yeah.
I don't blame you. That is actually my number 1 Prince song.
Yeah. It's a good song.
Why do we fight with each other? This is what it sounds like when doves
Yeah.
cry. Like,
Yeah.
oh, like it makes you think so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all right, so Little Red Corvette will face When Doves Cry in round 2.
Oof.
But I know it's gonna round two and on, and this one is gonna make you be like, why did I agree to do this for this asshole? But the next matchup is number 5, Let's Go Crazy,
Mm,
versus number 20, Delirious.
Delirious. Oh, that's a good song too. Let's Go Crazy. Um, hmm. Yeah, that was supposed to be named something else, and it was about a whole other thing than a lot of people think about. But they framed it. Delirious is a fun, catchy song. I love the little baby cry at the end of that. But you
Yeah,
cannot beat the opening to Let's Go Crazy. It's probably one of the best openings in any song that's ever been on radio. Like as soon as you hit those chords, you could be like 2 years old and know that because your parents like you know they made you listen to it. You hear those chords and everybody immediately is like dearly beloved. It's oh man, that song is just amazing. So Let's Go Crazy would be the one for me.
it's funny because I don't
Yeah.
think either of my parents ever listened to Prince in front of me.
In
I
front of
mean,
you.
maybe, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to ask my mom about that because I'm like, I don't know if she ever actually was a Prince fan, really.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I mean, back in that time era, they were going to see Kansas and all those type of bands.
Yeah,
So,
good bands. Yeah. Good progressive.
oh yeah.
Prog rock.
We mean,
They were into the prog rock.
at that point it was just pop. At that point it was just pop rock. They were all
Yeah.
just popular rock bands. But I mean, Styx, Kansas, Chicago. But
Yes. Yeah. All that stuff. That's good music.
It is. It's
Yeah.
amazing, and actually, we will probably be hitting all three of those bands on brackets on this show eventually. But we between me and my co-host, we switch off every month what artists we
Oh.
choose for brackets, and like my co-host just picked for this month Iggy Pop and the Stooges,
Okay.
but I mean, we just did last month. It was my choice, and I did Hobson because I had to do Hobson. I've been trying to do. I was trying to do like a rap theme for the summer, and for my choices at least. And I did Cuban Hobson for the 2 months
Okay.
I had.
Okay.
So I have to pay respect to the legend and the upcoming legend. So
Okay.
all right, but let's see what Let's Go Crazy is gonna face, and it's either four Sign of the Times
Mm.
versus number 19 Controversy.
Mm. Mm. Both very awesome songs. Sign of the Times, nice consciousness going on in there when it came out. Beautiful, beautiful, simple opening, and then catches you in with his "oh yeah" once he gets you into it, and then that nice bass to doom doom doom. And Controversy, though, also another song that was consciousness about what was going on, and
Yep.
uh, within himself and then with other people, and it was kind of like bringing attention to, not everything has to be uniform, not everything is straight, this, or that. Just let things, be. It's controversy. It's not really needed. Um, and that's got a nice funk to it. So I like them both. Um, I would give the edge to Controversy in this one, though. I would give the edge to that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a
Well,
tough. That's a tough one too. That's another
I'm
tough
kind
one.
of happy.
Yeah.
I'm kind of happy you did that though, because it broke the streak you were going on of putting all the top 10 ones into the next round. Like you actually put the lesser ranked one
Oh,
forward.
really?
So I love when that happens because
Yeah, that's crazy. And I hadn't ranked any of these. Yeah.
I mean yeah,
Yeah.
well I got a copy of the website that freaking I did get this off of from my other book. But
Yeah. Yeah.
so this next matchup, please don't hate me for it, but it's number 3, Purple Rain,
Mm,
which I'm curious to see if that's the song we were talking about, but versus number 18, Pop Life.
okay. Um, let's see. Purple Rain. I have a lot of good personal connection with that one. Um,
So
Beautiful song.
that's not the
Oh
song you're
no,
talking
no, no!
about.
I love
Oh.
Purple Rain. It's a great song. It's a
I'm
great
honestly
song.
I'm honestly not
Yeah,
that big a fan of it. I'm just not.
really.
I feel
See,
like I feel like people like when it came out thought it was so controversial and amazing, and that's why it became
yeah,
so big. But like
yeah,
if you listen to it now, it's just literally him saying Purple Rain over and over again. Like it's just like,
yeah.
what are you
I
doing,
hear
dude? Come on, sing some other lyrics.
you.
I mean that's
That's
my
funny.
opinion.
I hear
That's my
you.
opinion.
I hear you. Yeah. It was my go-to back in the day. I used to sing in contests, and that was my go-to um if I was getting into the later rounds. And it did well. It did well for me. So I have a connection with that. I don't sing it as much now. Um Pop Life is a great song too. But I would give Purple Rain the edge just because if you ever listen to the full 8 minute and something second version of it, it's just the guitar and the screams at the end that he does are just they're great, 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 great stuff. They've been ripped off many, many times by other artists too in the future, and it's like, yeah, it sounds a little bit like Purple Rain there with that screaming or that guitar riff. So yeah, I would give that one.
All right. Well, the next matchup is going to be number 2, Kiss,
Mm.
versus number 17, Baltimore.
Baltimore is a nice song. It was, another consciousness one. Uh, I would say Kiss, though. Kiss is just iconic. Another one that transcends time. Just about everybody can hear it. And if you've never heard it before and you listen to it, you're like, okay, you can't not like that song. It's just great. It's just too many good things about that song. Um, Even though now, like some of the lyrics would be a little outdated. You don't have to watch Dynasty. I would change that to like you don't have to watch the Kardashians or something like that, and it would still make sense. Um, yeah, it's a great song. I would pick Kiss for sure.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you a second. I'm gonna give you the next matchup, and I'm gonna give you a second to think about it because I gotta go check something out in my front yard really fast.
Oh,
But
sure.
It's number 1, If I Was Your Girlfriend,
Mm,
versus number 16, You Got the Look. And
mm.
I'm gonna let you think about that for a second while I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry, we just gotta
No
go
problem.
check something real fast. All right, sorry about that.
Hmm.
uh, man, I don't know. Might have been my wife thought there was someone walking around our front yard with a flashlight, so I had to go
Mm.
look. But
All right.
which way do you want to go with that?
Oh,
If If I Was Your Girlfriend versus You Got the Look.
all right. So You Got the Look is the popular song that I hate. Cannot
Oh,
stand that song. I really cannot stand that song. When I hear it on the radio, I immediately turn it. Not a fan of that one at all. If I
it's
Was Your
it's
Girlfriend is a great song, though,
it's definitely, yeah.
regardless.
You Got the Look is actually, it's definitely not my top 10, that's for sure.
No.
And I mean, it's one of those
Yeah.
ones that actually, like, after I hear it a couple times, I'll skip over it, like, rather than think this
Yeah.
playlist.
That's what I proved to my son. I was like, you can be a great fan of somebody and still not like some things that they do because that's just art. You know, and I do not like that song
Exactly.
at all. Well, If I Was Your Girlfriend, I like that song a lot. And that was one of those that was great to hear in high school because people were like, what is he talking about? But I knew what he was getting at, and I took a lot of lessons from that helped me on later on in life. So um yeah.
Yep. So that brings us to our second playing of the night, and it's gonna be, these were two submitted ones too by people in the bracket,
Okay.
and the first one was my co-host's choice, The Beautiful Ones,
Hmm.
versus DeAndre Robinson from Masturbator's choice, Pu- Pussy Control.
Oh, great songs. Man.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. I would say The Beautiful Ones. The Beautiful Ones is a decent song until the end. And then once he starts getting to the end, then it's in a magnificent song. Like just the levels that he takes it to, and just that punch of I want you, and the screams that go with it, and that wonderful guitar, and then the way it just kind of drops at the end after that high scream, and just kind of leaves you hanging, and you're just left
Yeah.
with that percussion, and then fades out with the synth. Oh, it's a yeah, Beautiful Ones for sure.
Mm, I see. I love Pussy Control, or as they call
That's
it
a
on
good song though.
Spotify,
That is a really
or
good
as they
song.
call, or as they call it on Spotify, P
P
Control,
Control, yeah.
because you can't
Hmm.
say that. But
Good story in that one too. If people listen beyond the title, that's a really good story too. But yeah, Beautiful Ones. Just its construction
yeah,
is just whew,
it's.
top
I
to
mean,
bottom.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny though when you were telling the story about Beautiful Ones. I thought you were about to go a completely different direction when you were like, oh, it gets to this point. And I was like, okay, he's about to either. I'm like, is he gonna say it sucks at that point, or
No,
like,
no,
I
love it.
didn't see which way
Yeah.
that was going. I was like,
Oh,
we're
I
waiting,
gotta.
but
Yeah. Yeah. It's so intense. Yeah.
well, you are on your last matchup in round one,
Oh, okay.
and it's gonna be the Beautiful Ones
Hmm.
versus number 30, Do Me Baby.
Ooh, good songs. I would still pick the Beautiful Ones over that one. Do Me Baby is
All
a great
right.
song too. That's a nice slow it down, pull down the beaded curtains, turn the lava lamp low. Put it
Yep.
in your mix with the Barry White and the and the Teddy Pendergrass, and then you end it with that one. It's yeah, you'll be all right that night. Um, but as far
All
as like
right.
a whole song goes, "The Beautiful Ones" is a great. That's one of my top ones too. So yeah.
Well, we are now into round two, and this is
Oh,
when it gets hard because now the rankings didn't make these matchups. You did. So
yeah. It's
this
all
is the
me.
point where we all. This is the point where when we always tell ourselves in these shows, I hate myself for this, but it's the first matchup you're gonna have to face going back to the other side
Mm,
is number 14 Raspberry Beret
mm,
versus number 28 My Name is Prince.
okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. That one. Okay. All right. Oh, I did this to myself. I did. Yeah. The sleep coach is gonna have nightmares tonight. Um, whew, I would say My Name is Prince. That's in. I don't even know how to explain why. I mean, they're again. This is a tough matchup already. My
It's
Name is Prince
there.
has the edge though. Yeah.
It's you don't need to have a reasson why. There's literally two lines that do it. My name is
Yeah.
Prince, and
And
I
I
am
am
funky.
funky. Yeah.
That's the only thing you need to know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's gonna bring it up to see where that's gonna face in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Your next matchup that you created is number 12, the most beautiful girl in the world, versus 11, Black Sweat.
Oh man. Gosh. Ooh. Ooh. And it's so bad because you talk up all the songs that you pick and then they have to fight each other. And it's like,
That,
why can't we just have a tie? A 20-way tie?
oh,
Uh,
I literally some other bracket shows I'm on. I literally have like thrown things after I hear a
yeah.
match. I'm like, God damn it, why?
um I'm going to give the edge to the most beautiful girl in the world.
Ooh,
Only because as much as I love Black Sweat, the best thing that happened to me with the most beautiful girl in the world was when I heard not other people's remixes, but his own remixes of the same exact lyrics, but done in like multiple styles of arrangements. And it's just great. The Mustang mix, for anybody that's listening out there, look that one up. The most beautiful girl in the world, Mustang mix. That's the best one. But that's what I give that one to. So
all right. Well,
yeah. Yeah.
that's gonna make for a good first quarterfinal matchup. I'm saying that right now. But moving
Oh,
on, it's
painful.
it's number 10. I want to be your lover
Hmm.
versus number 9, 1999.
Okay. All right. I'm still gonna go with 1999 on that. Um, again,
Mm.
none of these are easy. I'm not like I don't obviously don't hate any of the losers in this one. Can we just all be winners here? I mean,
Well,
but
I mean,
yeah.
well, one,
Uh,
1999 is one of the most quoted in rap songs versus ever, and
oh wow.
two, as a sleep coach, you should
Yeah.
appreciate forgive me forgive me as forgive me if I go astray. I was dreaming
Yeah.
when I wrote this,
Yeah.
and I just fucked that up
Streaming
completely.
when
But
I wrote
still,
this forgive me. Yeah, it's true.
yeah, sometimes the lines in my
Yeah.
head get mixed, but it's
Yeah.
just like
It's
yeah.
all good. Yeah.
But as a sleep coach, you should appreciate
Yeah.
that one.
Oh yeah,
But
for sure. For sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's
well,
yeah, I would give 1999 the edge on that one. That's another one where you got to listen to it from start to finish and you're going to catch so many good
mm,
things going on in it.
mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, this is the last matchup on this side of round two, and it's number 8. I would die for you
Mm.
versus number 15. I can never take the place of your man.
Mm. Mm. Ooh, okay. Um yeah. That was a long moment of silence there trying to contemplate which way to die. I would say I would die for you in this one, and
Mm.
not by much. Not by much. It's
Uh,
so hard. It's really hard. The thing
I
that gives me
mean,
the edge with I would die for you is the dance ability to it, really, honestly.
oh
Yeah.
god,
Yeah. I mean,
and I love the lyrics in that song. Like
yeah.
And it's just, I
Eh,
mean, the guitar, everything in that song is amazing.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's in my,
yeah,
it's in my top five for Prince,
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
that
It's
one.
it's a great, yeah, it's a great one. Yeah, yeah. Oof, man,
And
that was
plus,
tough.
I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if you've seen it, but when Prince passed away,
Hmm.
Blackish did like an episode dedicated to
Oh,
him,
that was
and
so good. Yeah, yeah,
I wasn't even slightly aware of like any Prince songs at that point. I
yeah,
was just a fan of Blackish, and I watched that
yeah,
episode, and I actually had to go back and rewatch it after I got into Prince. I'm like, okay, now I have to rewatch this episode in
yeah.
order for me
That's
to
really
enjoy it.
good. That was a really good episode.
Mm.
Yeah,
It was cool how they did it. I really liked it. It was
yeah,
very honorable of him. But
yeah.
well, that's gonna bring us to the other side of round two now, and this is the matchup I was number 7, Little Red Corvette
Hmm.
versus number 6, When Doves Cry.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh. Ah. Yeah. It's so hard. Oh, that's difficult. Oh my gosh. All right. I mean, really, where do you? They both. Man. There's no tie, right? There's no overtime with.
No,
They're both like right there as far as just quality and the changes and the dynamics and the story and mm, I would give the very, very like 0.008 edge to like Little Red Corvette.
oh,
Yeah.
upset in my head, but okay.
I mean,
It's
really,
your bracket.
it's that was the toughest one so far. I would say that was the toughest.
Ah,
They're
it,
just
it, it, I can guarantee you it's not going to be the toughest one of the whole thing. But
okay.
the finals are probably going to make you want to throw shit. But the next matchup to see what Little Red Corvette will face in the quarterfinals is
Yeah.
number 5, Let's Go Crazy versus
Mhm.
number 9, Controversy.
Okay. Good songs. That's a good matchup. I would give the edge to Let's Go Crazy on that one. Yeah.
I
There's
was
the
like, you did
two
one
things
better.
that yeah, that one's a good one. It's just the opening and then
Mm,
that rockabilly guitar solo in the middle and then the killer like almost metal ending at the end of
mhm,
that one with the Take Me Away over top of it.
mm.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah.
Plus, I mean,
It's
I just love I love the chorus in that song too.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't have those days where they want to go crazy?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But next matchup is number 3, Purple Rain
Mhm.
versus number 2, Kiss.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Um, honestly, I would give the edge to Kiss.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I don't hate
Yeah,
that at
I
all.
really would. I'm not saying any of these are easy, and I
Oh no.
love Purple Rain. It did me well. Um, but I would give the edge to Kiss on this one. Um, it I think that one instantly changes people. Like you could be the most peaceful, calm, pleasant, how you doing? Yes, ma'am, no, sir. And you hear Kiss, and then all of a sudden you want to spin around in heels and sing at your highest falsetto that you can and just do whatever, man. That's a great song. I think that one just changes people. So as soon as they hear it, it's like, how can you not bounce your head to that in a
Mm,
bar somewhere? Yeah, it's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that brings us down to the final matchup in round 2. Number 1, If I Was Your Girlfriend
Hmm.
versus The Beautiful Ones.
Mm. 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 I give it to the beautiful ones. Yeah. Still so much going on in that one. Yeah.
There really is. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it. Matchups
Yeah.
like that are hard because
Yeah.
it's not. I don't clearly love either of the songs like fully enough
Yeah.
to just be like, oh, it's that one. Like it's like
Yeah.
I gotta think
Yeah.
about this for a damn second.
Yeah. If I Was Your Girlfriend is a great song. If people listen to that one, especially the end where he's talking, and he's got this altered voice he calls Camille, that was created on mistake. Like he put his voice in a machine it was speeding too fast. He's like, "Ooh, I can use that," and he created a whole personality out of it, and it appeared in a bunch of songs. But yeah, that one's a deep one. But the beautiful ones to me is the one that punches just right. So,
Well, that means you are now in the quarterfinals, which means there's only 8 matchups left in this whole thing. But and it doesn't get any easier, especially at this point. But the first matchup you're going to decide here is number 28, My Name is Prince, versus number 12, The Most Beautiful Girl in the World.
I would give that one to The Most Beautiful Girl in the World. And it's only just because I'm the diehard Prince fan that's heard the other mixes along with the original. The original is great, but the other mixes to me are just amazing too. So, yeah, both iconic in their own way. But that I would give that one the edge. The Most Beautiful Girl.
And
Yeah.
that means to see what that's going to face in the semifinals on this side, it's going to be number 9, 1999, versus number 8, I Would Die for You.
Okay. Okay. Two different ones.
I think this actually might be the hardest matchup in the quarterfinals today.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. I want to give the edge to 1999 on this one. And it's, to me, like, these edges in my head, they were going from like, oh, it's maybe, if I was going to put it like, 50-50, be like 55-45 or something. Now it's getting down to like 50.06 over 49 point. It's like 9-4 or something like that. It's getting to be like that close to me. So it's really razor thin in some of these. That one's a close one. Yeah.
Well, that means that your semifinals on this side are going to be The Most Beautiful Girl in the World versus 1999. So, yeah. But before we get to there, though, we have the quarterfinals on the other side, and it's okay. Actually, this one might be the hardest one. I might have lied. This one might be the hardest one, I think. But it's number 7, Little Red Corvette, versus number 5, Let's Go Crazy.
That's a hard one there. That is definitely a hard one there. Again, with the can I throw anything? No, I'll wake people. I can't. Okay. That would be bad for me as a sleep coach. Be waking people up in the house that are trying to sleep.
Yeah.
What is your job, man? So
be bad for me too as a parent. But yes.
They know what's going on down here, though. Little Red Corvette. Yeah, Little Red Corvette.
Which means Little Red Corvette will face one of these songs, and it's either number 2, Kiss, or The Beautiful Ones.
Now it feels like, how like when you watch basketball or if you're watching like the NCAA tournament or even the NBA tournaments, and you're like, man, I wish this team would play against this team. My team would play against this one because they could kill this one. And I hope they don't match up against this one. And that's where I'm at now. It's like, well, do I pick this one? All right. Say it again, just so I can convince myself. Kiss versus the Beautiful Ones. Yeah. The Beautiful Ones.
I respect it. It's you do this to yourself, and it's not getting easier at this point.
I know.
No way in hell.
It's like,
but well, if you're ready, it's time for the semifinals.
I'm not ready for this, but okay.
Well, I'll actually let you pick a side, left or right.
Left.
Okay, that's actually kind of what I was hoping you'd say, but it's number 12, the most beautiful girl in the world versus number 9, 1999.
Hmm. 1999.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I'm pleasantly surprised it's making it this far.
Yeah. 1999. I'll give it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Why is my
It's better not
computer
come back to haunt
slow?
me. I just, you know.
No, I think it's about to, but
I'll have to go for a nice walk after this one.
that means the other side of the semifinals is number 7, Little Red Corvette versus the Beautiful Ones.
Wow. Little Red Corvette. Little Red
Okay,
Corvette. Yeah.
I was gonna say it kind of
That,
has to go that way,
yeah.
kind of.
I mean, it's just, it's so hard. I mean, it's so hard.
Well,
Yeah.
oh, it is. Trust me, I know it's not easy. I've had to make some fucked up decisions on brackets before, and it's like it's like okay, I'm not gonna sleep. I'm gonna sleep great tonight because that's how I am, but I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be happy with either of these decisions. But sometimes it's even
Uh,
like, what can I do to pick? Which one do I pick to piss everybody else off in this bracket a lot more?
oh man.
Just to get the reactions of like, oh, you
Yeah.
asshole, like
Or the Prince fans are gonna be like, "How did you pick?" You know, but they're all valid, man. They're all valid.
mm,
It's just, yeah,
mm. Well, put it this way:
yeah.
when we originally did the bracket you're gonna do next week,
Uh huh.
one of my favorite podcasters I work with all the time dropped a bomb about one of his songs, and
Oh yeah.
the reactions were fucking priceless. So they're on my Facebook as reels too, because it's
That's
one of the most
funny.
watched ones I have, because it's just like when he says what he says, everybody's jaws just boop. Like, but before we hit the finals here,
Yeah, yeah.
we're gonna do the third and fourth place matchup just to build that suspense a little more once again.
Just
And
to bother me, right? Just to add to my
oh god,
nightmares.
yeah. Well, these are the two that you didn't pick in the semifinals.
Okay.
So for third place, is it number 12, the most beautiful girl in the world,
Hmm.
or the beautiful ones? Kind of
Hmm.
ironic. These are in the third and
Yeah,
fourth
they're
place
both
matchup.
pretty songs. Ooh. Okay. So that's tough. Um. I would go with the beautiful ones on that. Um,
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
that's tough. Again, the remixes are great on the most beautiful girl in the world, but the beautiful ones, I think I want to say that it's one of the songs off of the Purple Rain album that people are appreciating more and more and more. They didn't quite appreciate it when it was there originally, but now people are appreciating it more and more and more. Not, and I don't think it's because of Mariah Carey covered it not too long ago, but it's just a
Mm.
great song. I mean, there's some depth to that one. So, yeah,
Oh no,
yeah,
I mean all
yeah,
his songs have depth to some
yeah,
degree, but
yeah. That one though. Yeah,
well, it's time
yeah.
for the finals.
Oh,
And the final matchup is number 9, 1999, which, just to bring you back here, it beat I Want to Be Your Lover, and it beat 7 to get here, and
mm-hmm.
I Would Die for You,
Mm.
which, oof, I can't say what that'd be. I Would Die for You, but that was me.
It's
And it's
a great
facing,
song.
it is, but it's
Yeah.
facing number 7, Little Red Corvette,
Oh,
which beat Cream, When Doves Cry, and Let's Go Crazy,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
The Beautiful Ones, which
Yeah.
3 out of 4 of those songs I would not have picked Little Red Corvette over, but okay.
Yeah, Let's Go Crazy was a tough matchup though, man. That was really tough. All right. So 1999 versus Little Red Corvette.
Yep.
1999 with the three different singers to start off the song, catchy chorus, going into it, talking about the apocalypse, and then the nice little funk groove going on in it, and then the nice end with "Mommy, why is everybody got a bomb?" And just takes you back, you know. And then we were youngins back then, but as you get older, it's like, yeah, that was the whole Cold War era. Potentially, we're gonna be done by
Yeah.
1999, and we should just party. We should really just party, just have a good time in this life because you never know when it's gonna end. And just great. And the little red Corvette that he wrote in like 10 minutes in the back of a limo. And talking
Mm.
about going out with a girl and slowing it down because he wasn't ready for her. She was too fast for him. And then he's like, but I ain't never seen a body like yours, So, and then he goes into his wails and his nice guitar solo, and then the very, very end, this high end. Oh, that's a great song too. Um, man, I'm gonna give the edge to Little Red Corvette. Give the edge
Ooh.
to that one. Yeah. Yeah. That
Oh,
was tough.
I that
That's the
hurts me
whole bracket
so
was tough.
fucking bad. Oh, the whole
That
bracket was tough.
that whole thing, yeah. There was only maybe two or three matchups. Like, yeah, I'd pick this one over that one because I would do that in real life too. And then there was someone was like, oh, but then that second round, that was just painful. That was just, oh,
Well,
yeah,
just so the
yeah,
audience at home knows this, in case you forgot already, because we glorified over these songs for a while. But number hit
yeah.
Paul's final four is at number 4, ranked number 12, the most beautiful girl in the world. His third place was the beautiful ones, a participant choice in this bracket. His second place was number 9 ranked 1999, and his first place was number 7 ranked Little Red Corvette.
Hmm.
So,
Oof.
I mean I mean it's Prince. So no matter what way you go,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
yeah,
4 good songs in that final 4.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
There was
it is
so
what it
much
is.
going on in there, man. There was so much going on in there. Ooh,
And
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, Paul will be back next week to take on Stevie Wonder, the man, the myth, the
Woo.
legend himself.
That might be harder. Honestly,
I
that might be harder.
I mean,
Yeah,
Stevie has a lot more songs that were radio played constantly, so to
yeah.
this day.
But
So I
some of
mean,
his deep cuts, though, man, they
oh yeah,
really, really hit. And this he covers a lot of ground, and he's another one I got to see live. Fortunately, oh man,
oh,
that was an iconic show too.
I'm
But
sure. I mean,
yeah,
he you got to see him live, but he couldn't see you.
yes.
But
He would
yeah,
say that too. Yeah,
he would. I mean,
yeah,
that's why I
yeah,
don't feel bad making those jokes with
yeah,
him.
yeah.
So tell the people, Paul, where can they find you, your podcast, and just promote yourself to the fullest name what you like.
All right. So my website is sleepyoudeserve.com. If you go there, you can sign up and you can get emails every other week. I will give you sleep tips from that. And you also get a free book that I wrote called How Sleep is Supposed to Work, because a lot of times fixing your sleep issues really goes back to understanding how is sleep supposed to work anyway. And honestly, everybody doesn't know the whole story of sleep. Even the sleep scientists now don't have all the details. But there's just enough in there that's going to make you think about, maybe I do need to change this and change that, and that can improve your sleep right there, just from that book, because of all the research and everything I did with that. My podcast, again, is The Why Behind Your Z's. You can find that on all the major platforms, Spotify, Apple, you name it. And I also have an Instagram that you can follow me on. I do some fun reels on that one, and that's basically Sleep Coach Paul. So those are 3 great places to find me: sleepydeserve.com, the Why Behind Your Z's podcast, and my Instagram, Sleep Coach Paul. Not that I'm going to sleep much tonight after this, but you know, it's
Yeah, Paul's on when we turn this off, Paul's just gonna go and turn around and be like, "All right, I gotta start listening to Stevie
I
Wonder
got
fucking now," and so I can
I got to
make sure
study
I'm
the
better off
Stevie
on that one.
songs, prepare myself for that doom.
Well, you got a
Yeah,
full week to do it, so no
yeah,
worries, but
yeah.
you everybody knows that you could find Maniacal Music Musings and myself as Jeremy Bryant on Facebook, as Uncensored, Unapologetic, and Untamed, U Cubed Podcast Collective Facebook group or meta group, whatever now. But you can also find me on X and the Gram as that Juggalo Bastard. And you can find me. You can also find me as at Juggalo Bastard on the other new thing that Instagram started that I can never think of the name of anymore. But what the hell is it called? But you can also find me on TikTok as at Juggalo Bastard Podcast, and it's called Threads. You can find me on Threads as at Juggalo
Threads,
Bastard.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
barely use it. I barely use it. I don't see a point. It's just Twitter, but it's a Twitter that has less people on it. But
Yeah.
you can also it's millionaires being dicks. That's all it is. But you can also find us on YouTube as Maniacal Music Musings, or you can find us on YouTube streaming live, where this is streaming now on the Blind Knowledge Network, because all knowledge was blind until Prince got off. But I want to thank Paul for coming to join me for this. This
Oh,
has been a
man.
fun one, and I can't wait to have him do Stevie Wonder bracket next week. The
Man.
same, I believe, same time, same place, if
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
can do it.
mistaken.
We can do it same time, same place. Works for me.
That's what it's scheduled at. So yeah, okay, same time,
Yeah,
same
man.
place.
This
1 week
this
away,
was
Stevie Wonder.
this was fun and torturous all at once.
It's the great thing about the show. Just ask my co-host who's watching right now. But
Ouch.
we hate on each other's music choices all the freaking time. It's what we do. But it's just the way we do our show. But well, Paul,
Yeah.
we will see you next week. And to all my listeners and watchers, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like and share and ring that notification bell wherever you're listening or watching. It helps. Trust me. Leave a review if you're on Apple. Please, it helps. And if anybody wants to do one of these one-on-one brackets, feel free to contact me at any of the places I mentioned earlier for a full list of what's available, because it grows every month. So let me know what you want to do, and we can make it work. Until next time, folks, have a good night.